What will be the trending hairstyles going into 2026? Coming at you from a hairstylist who actually works behind the chair. From cutting, color, styling, and men's styling, whether it's behind my chair or my colleague's chair, these are just a lot of the styles that people are asking for as we're ending 2025 and heading into 2026. Our first section is going to be women's haircuts. Everyone needs a haircut. We all get haircuts. Not everybody gets color, but a lot of people get haircuts. The top style that I feel like has been coming through my chair over the last month is a medium length, minimal layered haircut with or without fringe, but mostly with a subtle face frame with soft layers. It kind of ramped up speed, I would say, in the fall, and it's gone full send into Christmas and holiday season. A lot of people are getting this haircut, and I think it's gonna stay into 2026. I think a style that kind of will hang on a little bit into 2026 is the little French bob. The downside to this style is that it's not accessible to everybody. I don't think everyone can get this haircut, and if you come to me and are like, hey, I want a French bob, I'd be like, yes, that will look great on you, or maybe we should go a little bit longer, or I don't think that's a good shape for your face. If you're like, hey, I want to do this, I don't care what you think, then I'll do it. But I think it is a style that will stay for a little while into 2026. Along with the French bob, I think one that is really, really popular right now is the French girl fringe. I made that one up myself. It's the fringe where it kind of separates a little bit, but it is above the eyebrow bang and then it tapers off. But there is still a lot of fringe and layering kind of with the hair in front of your face because the claw clip isn't going anywhere. And I think a lot of people like the option to have something around their face, a little bit of fringe. And I think that French girl fringe is going to be in 2026. Not that the shag is out, but I think the shag is getting softened a little bit. I think a shag haircut or a wolf haircut isn't ever gonna really go away, but I think it's kind of transitioning into more of that soft, cool girl era where there's still a lot of face framing, not a ton of layers in the back, but the layers are more concentrated around the face, sometimes with a curtain bang, but I think the curtain bang is kind of on its way out and it's transitioning more to a lot of layers. It could be medium length or long around the face with not a ton happening in the back, so that when you push all of your hair back, you get a lot of good movement, but then when you bring it all forward, it looks like you have tons and tons of layers. Let's move on to some color trends that I see. I'm seeing a lot of low contrast, subtle shifts in brunettes. So that's somebody that has a deep, rich brunette hair and they just want a low contrast. So say you start at a level 4 or 5, they want highlights that give you that subtle little 3D shift in their hair. So it's not hey, I'm a highlight, I'm blonde in your brunette hair. It's more does she have highlights? Is that a shadow? What's going on there? So it's this really subtle shift from brown to a little lighter brown. Some of that can be achieved without lightener. That's only if you don't already have color in your hair. If you have color in your hair, you have to use lightener. But if you don't have any color and you're just a virgin brunette, sometimes you can get that subtle shift with color or a high lift color. The amount of brunettes that I have done over the last month or two, shifting with that subtle, and my colleagues too, it's been a lot. And I think it's gonna be more in 2026. As far as blondes go, I think we're gonna start to see this shift of even a low contrast blonde where you're still someone like me who's got a little bit lighter brown naturally, or even lighter brown than I have naturally, where it's just this almost glow of a blonde highlight that's not very in your face. I think the old money blonde, but even softer than that, where the placement is really natural and really soft. I like to call it the halo placement, where you're getting lightness around the face, lightness under here. So if you put your hair up, you get all of those highlights back there. I think it's gonna be a soft, really romantic kind of feminine, glow of highlight versus hey, I'm a highlight. I think you'll always have those styles relevant as trends change, but I think if you're looking for the trending color, I think it's gonna shift more towards that, especially in the certain financial states that we are in the economy in the world. I think getting those high dollar services are just not on the top of people's radar right now. And so I think something that will last and be soft and subtle as it grows out over, 6 to 8 months versus coming in every 2 to 3 months. Another color shift that I think is going to be happening is more of a soft gray coverage versus like an opaque gray coverage. You're always going to have your 100% cover my gray, I don't want to see it girlies. But I think we're also gonna see this shift, and I have been seeing it. Again, I consider myself like a gray blending hairstylist. People who want to take the edge off their gray versus just completely covering it. I'm not gonna have a lot of examples of this because it's harder to communicate in a photo, because sometimes you don't even know it's happening, that someone is like camouflaging their gray versus completely covering it. But I think the reason that people will shift a little bit more towards that is because it's a lower maintenance color and you can go like a couple more weeks in between your appointments, which ends up dropping about 2 appointments a year, which is a lot when you're trying to cut back on spending or you just don't want to come into the salon. I know you guys all love hanging out with me, but I think for practical reasons that as more millennials and like Gen Z start to color their hair, it's going to be less of an opaque coverage and more of like a soft, natural blending / camouflaging of their gray. With that trend, I also think that our blonde blind girlies are going to shift more to like a natural blonde color. The blonde blindness is real, and I think people are starting to realize like, oh, maybe this blonde isn't for me. And I think they're gonna start shifting more towards that like teddy bear, which has been around, I would say, trending for the last year or two. But I think as we shift into 2026, it's gonna happen a lot more because I think the trend is moving more towards healthy, happy hair versus like forcing trends into somebody's hair that doesn't need to be there. And so I think people are gonna want healthy, shiny hair that will last them and grow out well versus unhealthy, forced trends. And so I think a lot of our blonde blindness girlies are going to start shifting to like that softer, lower contrast blonde. The next section is accessories and finishes. So I didn't have this section in last year's video, but I wanted to add it because I think it's a really fun trend, and that is bows. I think it's a really fun accessory that's kind of popped up over 2025, and I think it will like full send into 2026. People will probably, that were like ahead of the trend, are gonna start to get tired of it and move on to something else, but I think more widely accepted will be hair bows. My favorite royal, Princess Catherine, has been wearing tons of bows in her hair recently. I've even been wearing bows in my hair at work, and every time I wear it, someone always compliments me on it. And I don't, when someone compliments you and you don't know if it's like for real or if they just notice something different about you and they need to say it so they don't feel like an idiot, like I don't notice anything about you. I like to think they think it's actually cute and it works for me. But I think bows is like a really fun trend that will stay in 2026. With the bows, claw clips, I said it earlier in the video, they're not going anywhere. They're just gonna get more fun. The other day I was at TJ Maxx and there was a butter hair clip. I regret now not buying it. It was on clearance for like $2.50 and I was like, oh, I should buy this, and I didn't, and I'm sad that I didn't because it's a butter clip. Like, who doesn't want a butter clip? Anyway, wish I would have bought it. Regret that I didn't. But claw clips are going nowhere. I think they're amazing accessories for giving like, that like 90s chignon, like French twist. It can give you the illusion of that from the front, but it's so much easier when you do it with a clip. They're not going anywhere. 2026, claw clips are still here. The blowout, the natural, like soft, my hair's so healthy, I wake up like this blowout, that's staying in 2026. I have a video, if it's not out yet, it will be soon, on the Wavy Talk thermal brush. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified when that video comes out. But that's how I styled my hair today. But I think the like blowout soft waves isn't going anywhere. That is gonna stay into 2026. Moving on to our next section is going to be some men's haircuts. I haven't ever had a men's haircut section. I apologize, men. But a men's haircut trends that I've been seeing. The first one I want to talk about is it's basically the 90s split down the middle thing that's going on. I don't know what to call it. I think of like the Boy Meets World guy. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about. I'll pop up a picture. Or like JTT, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, in the 90s, that like long, cute, flowy guy's haircut. It's definitely been around 2025, and I think it'll carry us into 2026. The next one that I don't like because I'm not a barber is the drop fade. I think the drop fade with the mullet, or just the drop fade, is gonna be a thing in 2026. The next haircut I wanna highlight, and it's only because of movies that are gonna be trending, but I think like a buzz cut, almost like a Travis Kelce fade, will be trending in 2026, just because it's easy. It's low maintenance in that you don't have to do anything with it, but it's not low maintenance in that you have to get it done a lot. But it is a trend that I've been seeing more people getting, like the shorter cuts. The last men's cut that I want to highlight is just, full send growing it out. I guess we've like run the gamut in the men's section, but I have been seeing a lot of guys just being like, hey, let's just grow it out. I just want like a long, not even like shoulder length, but just like a longer, like shaggier kind of style. And it's more like slicked back. I would say that that is a big trend for a lot of guys, and I think we will see it stay in 2026. No matter what haircut, hairstyle, hair color is trending, I would say some trends that are always something to work towards is a healthy scalp, right? I think a lot of people are leaning in towards having healthier scalps, maintaining healthy scalp, because if your scalp isn't healthy, your hair's not going to be healthy. We are seeing a lot of scalp spas open up where you can get like a review or like a analysis of your scalp. You can get scrubs, you can get blah, 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 blah. At my salon in Maryland, 2 of the girls have started doing them and they look amazing. I'm always jealous every single time that I see someone getting that service because I want to get it done. But I think that it needs to be a trend that stays. It's started popping up in 2025. I know it's going to keep going in 2026, and I hope that it continues on forever. Healthy scalp, healthy hair, healthy you. Okay. Those are some trends that I believe will take us into 2026. Have you tried any of these styles in 2025 that you can yay or nay in the comments? Let us know. If you like this section with some men's styles, let me know. I could always do some more videos about men's styling. Again, I'm not a barber. I do my best, but I really do like men's styling. I think it's so fun, and maybe I just haven't included it enough in my YouTube videos, and I apologize for that. But if you like it, let me know. I'll do some more. I think 2026 will be a year for healthy, natural, low maintenance looks that will benefit how you look in your lifestyle versus a forced style onto your hair that might not be the best for you. I really, really see that and hope for that as we head into 2026. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications for every time I post new videos. If you're in need of a new hairstylist and you're in the Maryland area, look me up. My Instagram is linked below. I do offer complimentary consultations if you just want to gab. If you just want to chat for a minute about what to do, I'm happy to see you at the salon. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.